supernova. They traded Randy Moss, and the next year, you know what they went 14-2. And then you might say, well, only Brady is the only guy they can't replace. They went 11-5 without Tom Brady in this era. So I'm looking at Gronk. He's doing his skipping and his dancing and everything. And I would love to do that with the Dolphins and Bills and Jets fans to skip and dance and say he's finally gone. But they don't do that. I don't care who they lose. I don't care if they do lose Belichick. There's no one in this era that they cannot replace.
There were some ideas this weekend and really throughout this whole process, too, that Gronk might come back.
Yeah.
Like, would it
blow
anyone's mind if he just randomly decides, yeah, I did a Hollywood movie, and now, you know, we're midway through the season, and we're looking good, I feel better, and he could return? Couldn't he do that?
I think the feeling
I wouldn't put it past him.
Talking to people around, like, the league, it's all it would take is maybe one convincing phone call from number 12 to say, hey, buddy, let's get this thing.
Or one bad Rotten Tomatoes review of 40%. Be like, yeah, this is hard. Look, Jason Witten thought I was going to be Mr. Monday Night. All of a sudden, he's back with a star in his helmet. One season.
Ben Watson was retired for a couple of months.
Retiring from the NFL isn't what it once was. Like, for the past 5 years, my mind has changed on that. And always everybody who says, oh, when you walk away, you think about being done, it means you're done. We have a lot of examples to prove that that's not true. I would not put it past him, or at least just keeping our eye on Gronk and his whereabouts throughout the offseason and into the 2019 season.
Absolutely.
So, they might not be able to replace a Gronk with an ASJ or a Ben Watson, who we know and love here on the show, but that size probably does need to be addressed. Well, they did do that by adding a few notable receivers this offseason, all above 6'2". So regardless of who the Patriots have on the field, look at this. These are some tall dudes.
Yeah, they are.
One of them there, guy that they drafted at 32 overall in Nashville. Josh McDaniels does say that the team will game plan the same way. It's all about matchups.
I think you got to look at who you have and what they do well, and then you got to look at, all right, who are we playing and what are the best advantages we can gain this week, and you try to, as many times as you can in a game, you try to gain an advantage, you know, and sometimes that's with skill, sometimes that's with size, sometimes that's with tempo, sometimes that's with play style or personnel groupings, but you just take as many good football players as you can, put them in our room, try to coach them the best we can.
Kyle, you left paradise somewhere to talk mismatches. Here we go. The Patriots found success with small guys, too, or undersized guys like Julian Edelman when it comes to exploiting these mismatches. Here he is working out with Brady. Recently, he posted, after 10 years, you'd think I'd have a longer leash in the off-season. Well, he just graduated this past weekend.
I was on a leash on vacation, too. It was fantastic. Unbelievable. A long one.
Take that as you will.
A long leash, it's a metaphor, guys.
I don't know what that...
I'm not sure what that means.
Normally it's a short one, it was a long one. And it was a literal one, too.
The Patriots adapt their game plan week to week to exploit their opponents' weaknesses. Is this what makes the Patriots the Patriots? Is it all about the matchups?
Yeah. All right, so I had a long time in the airport yesterday. I was doing some research.
Did you go to the airport?
I was Dallas-Fort Worth. It was fantastic. Oh, it was so good. I ate the Tex-Mex Cantina twice. 2 meals. Sizzling fajitas. Every team in the AFC East right now has at least one corner who's under 6 feet. Okay? So there's a weakness there for the tall guys. And I just think the Patriots with this whole deal is like, they're finding the next Bitcoin before everyone does. You know, if you're like, I want to invest in this Bitcoin, one guy's like, oh, that's so 2 years ago.
They're angel investors.
Maybe they are. All right. So the idea is like, everyone is getting smaller and faster, and I want Tyreek Hill and Tyreek Cohen and everything. Like, no, we're already doing the next thing. Because what's happening is the defenses are getting smaller and faster, too. Darius Leonard, offensive rookie, had like 300 tackles last year. He's like 220 pounds. All of a sudden, the Patriots are going big, and it's James Devlin, and it's big receivers. I feel like they're already on to the next Bitcoin before everyone else, and it's size and power.
There's something to that. You look at what happened a few years ago when Richard Sherman came into the league, and he was a 6'3" hawking corner, and all of a sudden guys like Stanley Jean-Baptiste out of Nebraska, who was a 6'3" corner, but wasn't necessarily the same type of corner as Richard Sherman, was drafted in the second round. To Kyle's point, while the rest of the league zigs, they seem to be zagging, and it's not just Darius Leonard. Levante David's 220 pounds. Devin Bush, the 10th overall pick, 20. These guys are smaller, faster, so they're going bigger, stronger. Matchup hell for these defenses.
Mismatch hell from the Patriots, the reigning champs. More Good Morning Football ahead. Kyle is back, but which rookie quarterback is already turning his coach's head? Minicamp. That's right. Minicamp's underway. You can see the young cats in their new jerseys. And how about Christian McCaffrey?
How about him?
Want to just do a little check-in on
Hell yes, I do. Let's go, baby.
The Incredible Hulk is sort of how he looks, but bulk isn't the only thing he is gaining this offseason. We'll also talk dual threat running backs. Is he among the best in the league? He has to be, right?
I heard a rumor that he's doing the horn for the Carolina Hurricanes tonight.
Yeah?
Big honor. Big honor.
Good Morning Football is brought to you by the rugged, all-new Honda Passport.